I just have a question. My wife, I brought my wife from overseas, a year ago, almost a year now.
Right.
And she had a green card, conditional green card, for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And then I was just wondering because, she was, she's receiving benefits like medical, Medicaid and housing. And then I thought it was going to affect her if she do a naturalization or removing the condition anytime soon.
No, there's no poverty guideline requirements to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. There are no poverty guideline restrictions to become a United States citizen. So her receiving government benefits to remove the conditions will not be an issue, and to file a citizenship will not be an issue. The only issue is to the U.S. citizen, because you signed an affidavit of support saying you're going to support her, and now she's collecting government benefits. The U.S. government has the right to go after you for the money she collected in government benefits. But as I said on a prior show, if they did, you would be the first I've ever seen in the history of the United States of America that the U.S. government went after an American citizen to get reimbursed for government benefits that they paid for their spouse.
Oh, okay. Even with the new public charge rules and everything,
yes.
Because
I've not seen anybody that the government has gone after for that, even with the new public charge rules. So if it happens, you will be the first I see, and I've seen it all. So.
Okay, so she's okay to receive and everything, so
yes.
It has no effect on it.
On her, no. On the U.S. citizen, yes. But as I said, I've never seen the government go after anybody.
Okay, what do you mean I'm a U.S. citizen? Yes, what do you mean by that, Brad?
So you signed an affidavit of support for your wife.
Okay.
So as part of, it's a contract that you make between yourself and the U.S. government. You say, I promise to support my wife above the poverty level. And should she collect government benefits, you would be required to reimburse the U.S. government for the benefits she collects. I have never seen the U.S. government ask or go after anybody in a court of law to get reimbursed for government benefits that they paid to the spouse.
Oh, okay. You're saying that it will have effect on me just in case, but otherwise with my wife,
no effect.
It's okay. It's not going to affect or removing condition or to be citizen receiving a benefit.
Correct. And as I said, if the government did go after you, you would be the first that I've seen.
Okay, Brad. I appreciate it, and thank you very much, and have a good one.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Amber in Dallas, Texas. Amber.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's all going on?
I just had a couple of questions. My husband just received his permanent residency card.
Right.
But we just got a letter in the mail saying that they wanted to do an interview, and we didn't do one before we got the card. So I was just wondering, is this like trying to do a follow-up with his permanent residency?
Did he come on a fiancé visa?
No, he was on DACA, and we got married.
Yeah,
and
I would definitely go on the interview because it sounds like they made a mistake giving him the green card. So definitely go on the interview, because if he didn't come on a fiancé visa, I've never seen them waive an interview on a marriage case. So you should definitely go. But when you go, say, hey, they sent me a green card.
Okay.
All right.
And then my other question...
And by the way, at that interview, they want to make sure you have a bona fide marriage and everything else.
Yeah, of course.
So it sounds like, and I apologize to interrupt, I'm going to answer all your questions.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like immigration screwed up. And what happens when immigration screws up and they realize, you end up getting screwed. They don't say, oh, it's our mistake, so it's okay, keep the green card. They're going to say, 2 years from now, we're taking your husband's green card away. He never went for an interview, and we're going to put him in deportation because you never showed up, and we just realized this mistake. And you're like, well, I didn't do anything wrong. You mailed me the green card. Too bad. So, you go to the interview. It'll be a lot easier for you.
Okay, that sounds good. And then my other one was I just got laid off because of a COVID-19 reconstructing on my job. And I am looking for work right now, and I'm on unemployment, but I'm just nervous about the interview.
Right. Well, the unemployment goes towards the poverty guidelines. If you're getting unemployment above 125% above the poverty level, you should be okay. But I would come with a second affidavit of support.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Let's go to Ifia in Colgate, Wisconsin. I think I pronounced your name right. Ifia?
Afia, yes.
Yes. Okay. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. Good. What's going on?
I did my adjustment of status in. I got married in November last year, and we filed in February. So in March, I got a letter for biometric, and was canceled because of COVID-19.
Right.
And then I got another one, and it was canceled again.
And what happened? What happened? What happened when you got the
It was canceled again.
Okay.
So I couldn't go for the biometrics.
Right.
And on April 21st, I got a courtesy letter.
You got a what?
From a courtesy letter from USC,
A what letter?
USCIS.
You got you got to take a step to the right and,
Okay.
and bring your knees in closer and get off the speakerphone. Now I hear you. You got a letter saying what? Now I hear you much better.
I got a letter from USCIS saying that they've received my application and that I didn't submit I-693.
Right,
and
that's the medical. That's the medical.
Oh, okay. And then it says again that if my case doesn't require an interview, they will send me a request for evidence with further instructions.
Right.
And it was printed in a yellow paper.
Yep.
And someone told me all those papers represent something. So
yes, it does.
I wanted. Okay.
Okay. So basically, this is what they're saying to you. Okay. Number one is you need ultimately to get your work permit. You need to take a biometric, and they're not doing the biometrics not for any other reason but because of coronavirus. Hopefully, in Wisconsin, you get to a point where coronavirus gets under control, and then they will start doing biometrics, and then hopefully you'll get your work permit shortly thereafter. In New York, they're doing biometrics now. In New York, they're scheduling interviews at immigration. They were not for several months because coronavirus was too high. Now it's lowered. Hopefully in Wisconsin you get to that point. Now, they wrote you a letter basically saying you didn't submit a medical exam. We're going to bring that medical, that I-693. You have to go to a doctor and take a medical exam and bring the sealed report to your interview. And what they said is if we decide not to have an interview and just approve your paperwork based on the paperwork that you submitted, before we do that, we're going to send you another yellow letter asking you to submit your medical by mail. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
If you need help, hold on one second. Let's go to Azula in Los Angeles, California. Azula.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Very good. I have two questions, actually. My wife, she got a green card 10 years ago, and now it's expired for June 26th. And she was applied for renewal.
Right.
But it's not coming yet. She keeps calling them. They told her the same thing, for you have to wait until send you some letters. And she got a government benefit for last 3 years
That's
now.
okay.
So.
Well, renewing the green card is not a problem. Getting government benefits, as I told the first caller, and it's not even a problem for the person who signed the affidavit of support because the affidavit of support was signed more than 10 years ago. So that person's off the hook because the affidavit of support's only valid against the person who signed the affidavit of support for 10 years. Collecting government benefits, not a problem for anybody. Now, getting her green card, that's a manufacturing issue by immigration. They're slow doing it right now. But if she needs some evidence that she has a green card, she should go down to the local office, get a stamp in her passport. She should also maybe consider becoming a citizen.
Okay. So it's expired. There's no problem at all.
No problem. Yeah, you just don't have the evidence that you're a green card, but you're a permanent resident, and the fact that she collected government benefits is no issue. And if she needs proof that she's a permanent resident, make an appointment, go down to immigration, get a stamp in her passport.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for your help.
Now, by the way, I hope he's still watching. In certain areas, depending on how high the COVID is, I saw he's in Los Angeles, immigration will only see you on a limited basis if you need the stamp in your passport to travel or for work purposes. If you just need it because it'll make you feel better, They may not see you because they're very limited in terms of allowing people in the building because of Corona. In other areas where there's Corona's lower, you should be able to go in and get a stamp for any reason you want. Let's go to Bilal in Boston, Massachusetts.
Hello, Brad. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. So, Brad, I have a question regarding the IRS transcripts. I was checking that now the USCIS says that you must have to submit the tax transcript, but we have submitted our tax returns last week, and IRS says that you can get the tax transcript by mid-November, or the 21st November. So I have a question that without the tax transcript, we cannot file for the adjustment of status?
No, file with what you have, and you can bring your tax transcripts to the interview, or you can wait for them to submit an RFE. Maybe they'll give you an RFE and say, please submit the transcripts, and by then you'll have the tax transcripts by November. By the time you get the RFE.
Is it possible, like the tax return we have submitted, and then we can go to some we can attest those and then submit with the adjustment of status application?
What I'm saying is submit. I think you're saying the same thing I'm saying, but let me say it again so we're all clear. Submit your adjustment with your tax returns. If you don't have the tax transcript, they will either ask for it, and if they don't, you'll just bring it to the interview. If they ask for it, by the time they ask for it, and by the time they give you a date to return it, it will be well past November, and you'll have it from the IRS. So start your case. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
So can they reject my case if I'm not submitting the tax transcript, or they will issue the REF?
They would probably issue an RFE for that.
Okay, and secondly, I have a question. Like you might be hearing in the news that President Trump is saying that he's going to have new immigration system. So if the new immigration system comes, so then the persons who are married to U.S. citizens, so they will not be able to adjust their status?
He says a lot of crap. I wouldn't pay any attention to that. He can't. He would need a law change by Congress to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Right, so don't worry about that. All right. Let's go to Arnell in Los Angeles, California. Arnell.
Yeah, how are you doing, Brad?
Good. How are you?
Thank you. Fine. I have a couple of questions. One is we're only about the affidavit of support. We have a petition to our children in the Philippines, and we need to fill up affidavit of support. Since we're only in the second year of income tax, we are not filling up the third year. Do we need to get another sponsor?
How much income are you 125% above?
I think we passed the poverty.
If you pass it, it's fine.
Oh, no need.
No,
because you haven't
been in the United States for 3 years yet. So your 2 years is fine. You show you make the money.
Okay.
All right.
And my other question is, since we petition our children, one is 14 and one is 19, despite of the ban, they said that those who are out of age, they're gonna process it.
Right. Right.
Then,
those who are reaching 21, who are aging out.
Thank you. Do you have any idea that the youngest one, 14 years old, can process at the same time?
They should process at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. And the last one, Uncle Bud, about the adoption. My daughter, U.S. citizen, is trying to adopt his cousin, her cousin in the Philippines, and she wants to adopt the process here in the U.S. What is the first step?
Okay, so there's a Hague Convention agreement between the United States and the Philippines. So you have to follow the Hague Convention agreement to adopt a child from the Philippines and bring them here. So there's a special process to go through, And you can hold on 1 second, and we'll be happy to go through that with you. All right. Let's go to Tony. All right. Tony just wanted to give us a little symphony. Dennis in Dallas, Texas. Dennis.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I want to thank you for everything you're doing. I would say, indeed, you're an angel
Thank you.
sent by God Himself.
Well, I don't know about that.
So help us, yeah.
I'm going to tell you
So I
something.
got
If you think I'm an angel, you're the first, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I got
All
a
right.
quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah. My U.S. citizen spouse gets food stamp, and I want her to file for my kids living in Nigeria. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. We have everything.
If she's getting food stamps, she can't. They're going to deny whoever she files for.
Okay.
Problemo. Wait.
Okay.
Wait. Get off the food stamps. Who do you want to file for? The kids in Nigeria?
Yeah, my kids.
Okay. All right. Tell her to get off the food stamps. Let her, or you file for the kids. You have a green card?
I do. I have a conditional green card.
All right. So why don't you file for your children?
Oh, is that?
It'll just take a little longer. Just take a little longer.
Okay.
All right. Do that.
Okay.
All right. And that way she
Okay.
doesn't have to get her food stamps.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Lijoma in Houston, Texas. Lijoma.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
What's going
on?
on?
You? Ooh, I'm so happy to hear from you.
Great. What can I do now?
Okay, I have a problem that I want to share with you.
Tell me.
So I applied for change of status October last year.
Right.
So
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.